Tapscott centres to Chris Jones, who heads it straight into the net.
Heading is a loved part of football. Some of the greatest moments in the game have come from a goal line clearance or a diving header.
It looks as though that Welsh victory is really in sight.
But it's no longer being coached at under-12s in England, Scotland and Northern Ireland.
With the header, it's towards Green!
Watching his 11-year-old son train in Whitchurch, Richard Nichols feels conflicted.
As a fan, a lot of the time you're just looking for players to kind of get their head on it, clear the ball. And as a parent and a coach, a lot of the time you're looking at the kids and kind of wanting them to do pretty much the same thing. And obviously you don't want to be in a position where if the evidence is showing that there is potential to cause damage, that put too much emphasis on that aspect of the game.
At Whitchurch Yellows under-12s, groups of kids are gathered round the goals, practising shooting and 1-2 passes. But there's not a header in sight, a decision taken by their manager.
My name is Martin Jones. I'm the coach of Whitchurch Yellows under-12s.
Currently, there's no rules on whether young players should practice heading the ball, but Martin Jones is worried because heading will become a vital part of the game as they get older.
Header for Bale! Was it over?
It's a skill that is essential in football. Boys need to be able to head, be able to play on the full-size pitches, full-size goals. Some guidance would be greatly appreciated for sure.
More parents are sat in a dugout on the side of the pitch, watching their children train.
Chris, I am.
Nick.
They feel more research is needed into heading.
You can never stop a kid heading a ball if a ball comes across in a game. And I think it would be wrong to rule that out of games. But all sympathy for banning it from training.
I don't think you can ban it in matches. I don't think it'll ever be stopped in matches.
For players like Jeff Assel and Alan Gilzine, before your time, really good headers of the ball. They make their reputation on it and they live and they die by it, I suspect.
This is the worry for brain injuries charity Headway, who have been studying the links between football and dementia.
My name's Rebecca Pearce. I'm the Chief Executive at Headway Cardiff in South East Wales. There's been a recent Scottish study which showed that players were 3.5 times more likely to suffer with dementia and 5 times more likely to be prescribed dementia-related drugs.
Sue Lopez was the first British female to play football professionally abroad. She now lives with dementia and in an interview with the BBC said her career was to blame.
I think the dementia, my dementia has been caused by the heading of the football.
The science isn't conclusive as to how heading can cause brain injuries, but Rebecca Pearce explains one potential way.
With your brain, if you imagine a kind of a jelly in a hard shell, and if you shake that jelly, it can cause ripping and searing.
Taking a break from their 11-a-side game, the players have got different opinions on heading.
My name is Finn. I play centre-back. It's not too bad, but it does hurt sometimes. My name is Harry. On the odd occasion, I can score a header.
But Daniel suffers with eye problems and says he'd rather play with the ball at his feet.
I don't like heading, it hurts.
The Welsh FA say they are currently reviewing youth football, and a report will be published later this year which will include guidance on heading. Until then though, as training draws to a close and parents and players head home, it's up to the coaches to work out their own ways of teaching heading.
We've had no guidance from the FAW. You need to be able to practice the technique, and the only viable alternative is sponge or like a beach ball, isn't it?